Welcome in everyone, how you guys doing? If you guys inside there, hit that subscribe, like, share, and we're going to get straight into this reaction. I got a few to get through. Plus, I've been liking the reactions I've been getting, the likes, the shares, the comments, the views. So it's made me feel like I need to do some more reactions like this, covering some more hip-hop topics, whether that be around celebrities, artists, etc. Stuff that's going on out there in the world, you know what I mean? So we're going to be hearing what I think Rapperholics gotta say. Lil Wayne finally talks Kendrick beef. Yeah, so we don't know what he's gonna say. I know what he's standing on. We'll find out. We'll see what's going on. You know what I mean? He said, "Don't wake a sleeping giant." And my attitude is, Lil Wayne's on Mount Rushmore. He's already up there on Mount Rushmore. We cannot deny, nor try to debate, or even talk about his qualifications for being there. Lil Wayne is one of the GOATs. End of conversation. With that being said, WEEZY, don't be fucking with the boogeyman. Please, just don't be playing. No. Don't be playing with the boogeyman right now, okay? You don't need to be tarnishing your legacy, because it'll be more than tarnished. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. Enjoy Mount Rushmore status. There's no need to step in the ring with the boogeyman. All right, real talking. You see what happened to your artist's career and life right now. He's going through a midlife crisis. He's ready to jump out the window. I hope y'all got him handcuffed to the radiator or something, because Drake is losing his mind right now. You know what I mean? Let's go, man. Let's go.
So, guys, this is a weird one. I don't know how to feel about this. So, you guys let me know in the comments how you perceive these comments. Is this how Lil Wayne should be going about this whole situation? Is this the right energy to have? And does he still feel too entitled about not getting that Super Bowl halftime show? Or is he playing the politics properly here? And do you think...
And as well about the politics. Oh, this is a long video. I didn't even realize this too. Usually I get through halfway these videos and I cut them off because they just repeated same thing. But like as I was saying, a lot of people be getting vexed about Lil Wayne not being in the Super Bowl, and I'm like, I hear you, I understand, I catch your point of view. But at the same time, if we had to look at the Super Bowl for the last how many years, every time they're being held in a state, does artists from that state perform the halftime? If you look at the amount of times somebody's from that state where the Super Bowl is being held has performed, oh my God, is it under 3% or something like that? You get where I'm coming from? So we have this argument, and I'm just like, yo, guys, come on. Like, it is what it is.
Think this is all an act, or is he really that out of the loop as to what's going on? Like, if you're a Wayne fan, then you know he's always kind of been in his own world. Information that gets to him or songs that get to him likely get to him through his team. If not, he would know nothing about what's going on in the culture. And he has stated multiple times before, which I think is a great thing. I think it's one of the things that makes him stand out so much as an artist, is that he doesn't pay attention to other rappers, what's going on in hip hop, other music that's hot right now, because it distracts him from his own craft. If he heard everything that was hot on the charts today, then he would try his hardest to recreate that instead of just kind of doing him. But I think in this situation, his obliviousness to everything that's been going on with Kendrick, with Drake, with the Super Bowl, and his reaction to it, his obliviousness has been the detriment to why he's been, in the eyes of the public, reacting like such a child to this whole thing. So he finally just spoke on Kendrick doing the halftime show. He finally spoke on his, relationship or situation with Kendrick, and it contradicts a couple things. It contradicts what we've heard from other people in the industry on how Lil Wayne's currently feeling, and statements made directly by Wayne himself on how he's feeling. It contradicts a lot of that. Can we chalk it up to his, obliviousness, the lack of attention he pays to what's going on in the media, in the culture, or is this a calculated attempt at kind of trying to play politics? To give you guys some backstory as to, why this is contradictory, or for anyone who didn't even know that there might have been an issue between Lil Wayne and Kendrick to begin with, if you already know this, then skip about 1 to 2 minutes in, and we'll start going over all the new comments that Lil Wayne made. But basically what happened is that obviously Drake and Kendrick had their whole battle. Obviously, Drake won. Yes, he won a massive butt whipping from Kendrick when he released Not Like Us. And Lil Wayne had been performing one of his songs with Drake the motto while wearing an OVO chain, and he was chanting, "They don't like us, they don't like us." So it seemed like Lil Wayne had picked his side. He was siding with his protege Drake, as he should. Like, Kendrick just destroyed the reputation of your cash cow. Obviously, you're not going to be too happy if that
Is cash cow, yeah, serious cash cow, man. Come
money's not printing in the same capacity it was a couple years back. But simultaneously, Wayne's been talking about how much he wants to perform at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. That seems a lot more attainable since JayZ is one of the main guys who's been picking who's going to be the halftime performing
Yeah,
acts.
but you can't be. I just find it sound more like entitled behavior. You know what I'm saying? Never. Nothing in this world is given to you for free, bro. I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't feel that somebody has the right to have to give you something or an opportunity. Like, nothing is promised in this world, bro. And especially I heard JayZ sorted out, like, helped him out with like over 9-10 million in taxes. So, you know what I mean? He won't go jail. You know what I mean, bro? 9 mil? Shit. Man, that's a lifetime favor right there. I wouldn't even be opening my mouth. And I ain't the biggest JayZ fan. But at the same time, I respect JayZ for, being on Mount Rushmore too. Still, like, come on, man.
Since about 2020, he decided to give Dr. Dre the opportunity of doing the halftime show in his hometown of California. So Wayne probably thought, the Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans. It's only right that with JayZ, a fellow rapper, being in charge of who picks the acts, leaning more towards choosing R&B and hip-hop acts, then the stars aligned for Wayne to be that next halftime performer. They picked Kendrick instead. Everyone around Wayne went off on specifically JayZ. Cameron said that Wayne wasn't picked due to an issue that he had with JayZ. Nicki Minaj blasted JayZ on Twitter, saying this is a calculated attempt at...
I mean, love Nicki, but, they've always had a problem with Jay. Nicki's always had a problem with JayZ, you know what I'm saying? Kind of. This has gone way back. Yeah. But still, it's entitlement behavior to think that you deserve or you should have been picked for something when there are others out there who are just as capable, just as deserving. You know what I'm saying? Like, Super Bowl wants to pick the hottest artist right now. Boogeyman is the hottest artist right now. K-Dot is all you Drake, Keisha stands out there. Get out your feelings. You understand me? Stop drinking that Boogeyman haterade. Yeah. Chill, sit back. You guys had 15 years to enjoy your boy being number one. 15 years. Somebody comes and takes the throne and y'all, lost your damn mind. Just calm down. You know what I mean? Y'all go chill on the island with Drake Keisha. Y'all love him so much, man. Go find an island and y'all could sit over there for life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody comes and takes the throne and y'all have lost your mind. For real? Like, for real? Shit. Lil Wayne Now adding to the whole... Well, I need to hear what his reply is before I say anything. Let's go, man.
Trying to take Drake out. Birdman was doing his hand rub, also tweeting at JayZ. Louisiana vets like Master P even chimed in. Travis Scott and Drake were subliminally showing their support for Wayne by posting old clips and videos of him on their Instagrams. And again, I think Wayne is so divulged in his own world that he probably didn't even know that Kendrick was chosen to be the halftime performer. But when everyone around Wayne was outraged at the fact that they chose Kendrick over Wayne, which in my opinion, I think was slight fake outrage, and they were really more mad at the fact that Kendrick now has the opportunity to potentially perform Not Like Us on that Super Bowl stage. But when Wayne saw the outrage, he got on Instagram Live, teary-eyed, saying that the moment was taken away from him, saying that it took a while for him to even pick the pieces of himself back together to make a public statement on how disappointed he was that that opportunity was stripped away from him. Then he hosted his own festival in New Orleans where he said that...
I saw clips from that festival. And I'm a WEEZY fan. I remember when WEEZY joined the Hot Boys. I remember WEEZY was 15 years old and he was the youngest boy inside the group. I remember WEEZY when he went through all that crap when Young Thug came through, you know what I'm saying, and all that little Pee-wee, and you know what I mean? I'm WEEZY. Let's get this real here. But Lil Wayne did that performance at his show a month ago. And what I saw confirmed to me why JayZ picked Kendrick Lamar over him. Oh my God, Man, look here, right? I'm just saying, yeah. If y'all heard him on the microphone when he was singing, bro, and I swear to God, he you know what I mean? He don't even remember his rhymes as well, which is not a problem, but still, like, yo, the way he was singing over the, I was dying, bro. I was like, yo, I've heard better at an open karaoke night on a Saturday evening. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like, WEEZY's my boy, but it's not halftime material. I'm sorry, it's facts. You know, I'm not less of a fan, but let's just be real. Sometimes, you know, people like to lie to themselves. I ain't lying to myself. I was just like, no way, Jose, you putting that in halftime? Are you crazy? Hell no.
Again, the opportunity of performing at the Super Bowl was stripped away from him, robbed from him as if it was something that he deserved over Kendrick, but they couldn't take the opportunity away for him to perform in his hometown at his own festival. Now, Kendrick, who has always looked at Wayne as a massive inspiration, rapped about Wayne on the intro to his new album, saying, I used to bump the Carter 3, I wore my early chain proud. The irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Basically saying that, you know, all the work I put in to get to this position, to attain all the success, to be able to even be looked at as a worthy candidate to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show,
You know what I mean?
has now disappointed one of my idols.
One of my idols. Nas the only one reach out to me, and instead of him going like congratulations, or you know, at the end of the day though, at least it was Kendrick that got it. No, he was there crying. It should have been me. Why wasn't me? It's in my town. Me. Come on now. Come on now, like.
Lil Wayne. And this is where, again, I think Lil Wayne doesn't listen to music outside himself. I don't think he knows what's going on, but I think it got back to him that Kendrick mentioned him on his new album, possibly not in the most positive of lights, even though it was definitely not a diss at Wayne. But regardless, the day after GNX...
Man, if you got an idol, bro, you know what I'm saying, and you get the biggest moment in your life, and your idol is like kind of sidebarring you talking about himself, like, it should have been me, without saying it shouldn't have been him. By you saying it should have been me, it was my opportunities, like you saying subliminally, like, I don't deserve it. Now, how the hell else am I going to look at that? You know what I mean? Like you didn't even mention me once while you were saying all of that. But at least K-Dot got it, you know, so I'm not mad. You say that, like, oh, okay, I hear you. Of course he's vexed, man. I'm going to call it my G, man, shit. Let me try and get you in on a song or something, you know what I mean? But
released, Wayne took to Twitter to say, man, what the F I do? I just be chilling and they come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction. Not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love. Weird.
Man, like, I hear what you say, WEEZY, but nah, you messing with the wrong giant right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Big difference. You know what I mean? You use a different kind of giant. You who got the giant blood in them? You know what I mean? You like Hercules. You know what I'm saying? Use Hercules. Did he have giant's blood? No, he didn't. But he's a descendant of the giant race because of his father. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You like Hercules. Kendrick, like Odin or Zeus. You know, there's levels to this shit. Maybe a giant down here, but bruh, come on now. Man, K-Dot gonna be having us looking at disses 5 months later, still breaking down shit that we thought we knew, but it meant a triple, quadruple entendre, like, your family. Oh, shit. And then the time date will come, something will happen, and you're like, shit, that's what he... Yo, fam, nah, just chill right now.
Chill. Choice of words, considering Wayne has never actively sought out a battle rap opponent. He's actually said multiple times in the past that he, you know, deems himself a great rapper, which he definitely is, but he doesn't have the skill of being a great battle rapper. So this was kind of a weird energy to bring, especially since Kendrick wasn't actually dissing him. Then Joe Budden went on to say that he heard from someone that Wayne tried to call Kendrick to patch things up. Kendrick never answered, so Wayne got in the booth and actually recorded a diss track of his own. Maybe he wanted to step in for Drake. Maybe he felt truly offended that Kendrick took that opportunity away from him.
I don't even want to hear that diss track because then it might just, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do want to hear it. You know, I got that good jaw herbs here on this side and the one with the horns right here, and they like, yeah, I wanna, don't, yeah, man, shit, let's
to
go.
perform at the halftime show. Maybe the people around Wayne were just gassing him up to think that Kendrick stole this opportunity from him and is now disrespecting him on his new album. But regardless, it seemed like Wayne was not happy with Kendrick and he was happily ready for the smoke. But he's painting a much different picture today. So Wayne did an interview with Skip Bayless, and Skip asked him
Skip,
why he thinks he wasn't chosen to be the halftime performer.
Skip realized since Shannon Sharp has left his show, right, it's crap. The ratings are going down. So I guess he trying to interview every black person he can to make it seem like, oh, no, I'm cool with the black community. Yo, bro, man, all you do is come on your show and tear down all players that you deem not in your favorite. Especially the bro, anybody, you know what I mean? You just want to tear them down. We see what you do, bro. You one of them industry plants.
Wayne
Just like Schultz. Adam Schultz. You just like him. Industry plants.
gave two reasons, which were actually pretty logical. He said there's a professional reason and a personal reason. So professionally, he believes that this decision is something that's over his head, which, yes, of course it is. It's probably even over JayZ's head. I mean, I know there's been a lot of debate about how much involvement Jay truly has in making that final decision, but at the end of the day, I mean, JayZ's favorite artist could be Beanie Siegel, for all we know, or Megan Thee Stallion. He seems to, take a liking to his own Rock Nation artist, Megan Thee Stallion, these days. But no matter how much he rooted for those artists, if it didn't make sense from a corporate perspective for the NFL to choose someone like that to perform at their event, I don't think there's no amount of convincing that Jay could do to sway that decision. Again, it's over Wayne's head, it's over probably Jay's head. It's got to make sense from a corporate perspective for the artist who performs to align with the viewership, the audience that's going to be watching that performance, right? You got a bunch of little kids, families. You got over 100 million people watching this performance. So the music's got to resonate on a global scale. And in 2024, I don't know if, She Wanna Lick the Rapper is going to be the most worthy song to be performed on a stage like that. But I'd said before, I'd love to see a little...
I'm not trying to say that his songs, he got a whole big catalog where I'm saying facts, so no, we ain't want to hear that song. But we ain't got a massive catalog of songs where he could play. But, like... which Wayne are we getting? Are we getting the best performance Wayne? Are we getting the on lean Wayne? Are we getting the I can't remember my rhyme Wayne? Are we getting the I don't give up kind of Wayne? Are we getting the I think I'm rock and roll and I'm Taylor Swift with my singing kind of way? I mean, like, there are too many possibilities of which Wayne we might have that it's frightening. I need to know who I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? That's straight up. My money here being spent on the Super Bowl. I need to know what I'm getting for it. Shit.
Wayne's Super Bowl halftime show, but again, it's over my head, it's over Wayne's head, probably over Jay's head in a certain sense, and it just doesn't make sense to choose Lil Wayne in 2024 over Kendrick. Now, he said that's the professional reason why, and then he said on a personal level, he believes that he's not great enough to get there, to be deserving of that spot. That's what I kind of got from it, right? Like before, Kendrick was even announced as one of the performers, Wayne was doing interviews saying how bad he wanted that opportunity, but he was saying he was going to work so hard where he made that decision for the committee to be undeniable, that he undeniably deserved the opportunity. And when you look at his output since then, I mean, he's teased the Carter 6, he hasn't given it to us. He hasn't had a big hit since, I don't believe, 2018. I think that was the last time he had a real hit. So did he really do everything he could to make himself an undeniably worthy candidate for the opportunity? I don't personally think so, and I don't think he thinks so either. So these are his two reasons as to why he thinks he wasn't chosen.
They're choosing not to ask you.
I give you my general answer, and then I give you the personal answer. So generally, I just believe that, for whatever reason, I believe that it's over my head. I don't know why, period. Obviously, I believe that it's perfect, but I do not know why. But personally, the person I am, I straight look at it like, you ain't there, you gotta get there. You gotta get there. But you know how we Skip, you know how we rock. You gotta have it.
Come on, man.
So Skip Bayless follows that up by implying that it's politics involved, and Wayne agrees that it's something he can't control, and that...
But still, have he congratulated Kendrick or anything? Like, at least it's, you know what I'm saying? It's all about him. I mean, yeah, I can hear his plight from his point of view. I guess, you've always wanted to, but, I was brought up, never expect anything. Nobody deserves, in no form or shape, to have to give you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. That's just facts out here. You don't go up with your hands open like, like you don't owe me nothing.
That's truly the reason why he wasn't chosen. But again, I do think that's a little contradictory because he made it seem like this opportunity was stripped from him or robbed from him. And it's like, if you truly believe that, then what are these politics you're talking about? What higher ups do you think are trying to deliberately block you from performing over Kendrick? Do you think your music's not family friendly enough? Because Kendrick's about to go and perform a song where he accuses your protege of being a PDF file on that same stage.
Facts.
Or do you think you haven't had enough hits in the last few years to be worthy of that position? Or, what are these politics that you think are coming into play where the higher ups, quote unquote, are saying that you don't deserve that opportunity over Kendrick?
I mean, you're the GOAT, and it's New Orleans. It just makes no sense to me. I don't get it. They're politics.
Skip is just here an industry plan put to just stir up shit. And there ain't no better view than people like Skip Adam. There's a bunch of them out there that seen blacks fight against blacks. You know what I mean? Cause some kind of animosity, doubt, some kind of anything, between the two different parties. Oh yeah, that's their job. You know what I mean? Like, I got no respect for Skip because my man lives on a different planet. You know what I'm saying?
To explain, I don't know.
That's another part of it. I think there's things that I can't control involved in it. So it is what it is.
Then Wayne's asked if he's dealing with this opportunity that, as he puts it, was quote unquote robbed from him better now than he was when he first heard the news. And Wayne says no, it still hurts him tremendously, but he's embracing the facts and moving on. And I just think that's weird, man, because there's been a lot of rumors that they offered Drake this opportunity multiple times and he turned it down. And I can't help but think that back when Wayne was calling himself the best rapper alive in 2007, 2008, he would have just brushed this off as if it was nothing. Like, I think there even was a Super Bowl when he was like in his prime commercially, and it was in New Orleans, and he had no reaction to not being chosen to be that performer. And he would have been a lot more worthy back then, I believe, than he would right now. So it is a little weird to me that when they decide to go with Kendrick, that's when the outrage actually happens. But at least he did say that he's embracing the facts and moving on.
Are you better with it now than you were when it first hit?
No.
You seem better, because I know at first you were pretty torn up about it, as you should have been.
Talking to people that matter, talking to people that care about me, they telling me things that, telling me the truth, telling me the facts, and dealing with living, accepting the facts, embracing the facts, and moving on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then he
move
continues
on,
to
man. Let it go.
emphasize
Let it go.
that, he has to earn the right to be on that stage. It's not something that can just be handed to him just because it's in his hometown or because he's been in interviews multiple times saying how badly he wants it. And what made me excited is that he said he actually told his managers that he wants to get to a point where he's undeniable. And I hope that means coming with a lot better music,
tracks,
because
man,
if you've been following Wayne for the
we
last
need more music. That's what we need, and then we could talk about Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Another couple of years or something, bro. Like, you deserve the spot, but right now, for the last couple of years, you ain't put out no big hits, a lot of features here, there, but nothing to really be, you know what I mean? Like, this is the year of K. Dot, 24, 25. This is his year. You know what I mean? He's putting that work. Definitely putting that work. He deserves to see the rewards from the seeds he's sown. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Few years, then you probably know the incredible feature run he's been going on. You probably know that technically, as an actual MC, he hasn't lost his skills in the slightest. His double entendres, his flow, his energy is sharper than ever. But when it comes to his recent solo music, the spark is missing that was there 10 years ago. If you look at Funeral, if you look at The Fix Before the Six, if you look at his albums with Rich the Kid or 2 Chainz, like, as much as I love Wayne, there's a reason why he hasn't had a hit in over 6 years. It's because the music isn't nearly as good. It's not as inspired. You're not getting the Dr. Carters or the Amilies or the 6 foot, 7 foots anymore. You're not getting those memorable, anthemic, catchy hooks.
All beats are just, they're not the same no more, man.
Like a Right Above It, or a
Everything sounds
Duffel
the
Bag
same.
Boys, or Make It Rain, or Bill Gates, or
I have to go with him.
I thought you were undeniable right here, right now, but that's just me.
Thank you.
But then we get to the interesting part, because Skip Bayless asks him about the lyrics that Kendrick rapped on Whacked Out Murals, where he references Wayne, and Skip acts like he's a little bit confused about it, but Wayne acts like he's even more confused about it, which is the most confusing part, because a day after the song was released, Wayne tweeted out that whole thing about not waking the demon up and he shall destroy if disturbed, and like what the hell did he do? Like, that's why I say again, and I said this before when I covered this beef a couple weeks ago, is that it was probably someone on Wayne's team who told him like, hey, Kendrick just mentioned you in not the most positive light on his new album, and Wayne himself probably never heard these bars and just got on Twitter based off information that he heard from the people around him, because he's just in his own world. And again, he admits to this. He says he doesn't actually know the lyrics because he's never heard them.
Explain this part to me, because I don't know the backstory of this, but what Kendrick Lamar, what his lyrics were about you. What can you explain? I'll just quickly read them. I know you know them. I used to bump that Carter 3. Okay. I used to bump that Carter 3. I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down, from Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, look at the look on Wayne's face when Skip reads him the lyrics. That's a look of genuine confusion. That looks like he's saying like, oh crap, like Kendrick just name dropped me like this on his new album. Like, his face here looks exactly like how I pictured his face when he wrote that tweet.
Nah, fam. You can't convince me that Wayne did not hear what Kendrick said. When you're around a bunch of guys, they ain't just going to be telling you, yo, he said something. Nah, fam, they playing that for you. Don't try that.
Saying not to wake the demon up, but back then he was acting like he heard these lyrics. Now he's reacting to them and openly admitting that he's never heard them. So, which one is it? Like, what prompted him to tweet that whole thing out a couple of weeks ago when now it seems like this is all news to him? This is what makes no sense to me.
From Kendrick Lamar, let Lil Wayne down. And I don't really understand that. Help me out. What was that about?
That was my first time hearing it, but
And then Lil Wayne clarifies a couple things, and here is where I think he kind of makes sense. But again, it's just weird to me that he was acting like he was all butthurt over these bars a couple weeks ago. Now he's pretending like he's never heard them and actually making it seem like he fully understands that Kendrick meant no malintention behind what he was saying here. He basically says that he's a fan of Kendrick's music and explains that Kendrick can't control the Super Bowl or who gets picked, but he understands where Kendrick was coming from in terms of he knows how much that opportunity meant to Wayne to perform at the Super Bowl, and being the big fan of Wayne that he is, understood that, all of his hard work led him to be the Super Bowl halftime performer, but simultaneously that disappointed Wayne that he didn't get the opportunity for himself.
I think he's a fan, like I'm a fan of his music. Sure. He's a fan of mine.
Yeah.
I think
he's definitely a fan of yours.
Yeah, so I think he just mean by he saw how much it meant to me. And I think that's all he mean. And when we speaking, obviously he can't control that. And so he didn't let me know. It ain't like he can control it or nothing.
Then what's interesting, which will probably piss Drake off, is that Wayne says he actually spoke to Kendrick and told him he better kill the Super Bowl. Now, it's interesting because, again, we heard from Joe Budden that Wayne tried to call Kendrick to clarify this. Kendrick never picked up, that prompted Wayne to get in the booth and allegedly record a diss track. Now Wayne is saying that he actually did speak to Kendrick and there was no, bad blood. Instead, he actually congratulated Kendrick about this whole thing.
And also, I've spoken to him and I wished him all the best and told him he better kill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you better kill it. You gotta kill it.
And Kendrick's right-hand guy, and one of the best features, in my opinion, on GNX.
Drake Keisha. Your boy. Your mentor. Man, he on the phone with the op. Telling him he needs to kill the Super Bowl, which we all know we're going to hear A minor. To the whole Super Bowl. What you going to do now? Stop talking to WEEZY. Because we know how you like to cut and duck. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, that's wrong.
X hit a J3 actually reacted to this clip saying salute to Lil Wayne for clearing the air. Never let the internet dictate your reactions. And it's always somebody like this other guy who rather hear something negative. This other guy he's referring to is the interviewer Skip Bayless.
Yep.
Little does he know that Skip is actually a good friend of Wayne, but he's completely engulfed in the sports world. He doesn't really know anything about hip-hop, and I've watched his interviews with Wayne in the past. He always asks questions in this kind of oblivious way because I believe he just genuinely doesn't know anything about what's going on.
Genuine nothing with Skip. Come on now. Rapaholics. This ain't time to be defending your own, okay? All right. We ain't trying to stick up for the Skip Baileys of the world. You know where I'm coming from. Just say it. Shit. Just had to put that
in hip hop, and he always kind of asks these questions about hip hop related things in more of like a concerned friend type of way rather than like a, you know, malicious TMZ style.
These lyrics about you. I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down.
No, you know he didn't.
And nothing bad about it.
Yeah,
And I'm
let's
sorry,
stop it right there. You sound like you was like, yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Any more other kind of topics like this you want to see me react to, please let me know down in the comment section. I got a few more I've picked out, had a few people suggest. I think the next one I got, how bad joke shattered the comedian's ego. I think that's that. Adam Schultz, so whatever the hell is it. Yeah. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment below. Help me out with getting this into the algorithm because sometimes YouTube be playing with me. You know what I'm saying? But with your help, they can't play with my reactions. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, thank you again. Make sure you guys stay safe, be blessed, and I'll see you again on the next one. Take care.